There's one story that sort of gets to me when I think about it, and it's when my wife called me. I came home from work early one day, and she called me. She's out of breath, and she's a little distraught. So much so that I just told her, "Hey, where are you? I'm going to come find you. Just stay where you are. Where are you?" And then she says, "They can't wake him up." And I'm like, "Okay, they can't wake who up?" And she says, "Your son. He's not responding. They can't wake him up." And this is at daycare. And so I'm standing there now, and I had to quickly change out of uniform, throw on my civilian clothes, and I rushed down to the school to see what's happening. And I immediately snapped into a mode to where I was just in the moment. I was like, okay, what do we need to do? I make sure I'm passing information to Bria. I got to make sure the ambulance is there. I got to make sure the teachers are staying calm. I got to make sure all these. And I started thinking, how in the world did I stay stable and level-headed in that moment? How can we do that as leaders? How can we learn to be stable and level-headed and make sure that we have a good reaction, emotional reaction to things? And the way I've learned it is I believe that your imagination is your superpower. And having the ability to go through scenario based training is super important as a parent, as a leader in general. We have to make sure that we're actually thinking through scenarios, not to obsess with them and not to keep us up at night thinking about what could and should happen. But I want you to take some time, be intentional about the time that you spend going through scenario based training so that way you're prepared for some of these uncertainties of life. You won't be able to prepare for everything, but at least putting your mind in a place to where you can say, okay, if I ever were in this situation or a similar situation, here's how I'll react. And that way, when you face that situation, it's not the first time you're facing that situation, at least in your mind, and you have something that you can fall back on because you did that scenario-based training.